I would often go there, to the little church there, the smallest church in Sunset, though it once was larger. Today on How to Drink, we're looking at Disco Elysium. I've worn this here getup for a couple of episodes previously. Both times I got a lot of, oh, Greg's cosplaying as Harry Dubois. Oh, wait, no, this is not that episode. So finally, yes, I am cosplaying as Harry Dubois, the protagonist of Disco Elysium, probably the coolest, awesomest role-playing game I've played in like literally decades. The singing that I did in the cold open there, that is if you attempt to do karaoke, but fail your attempt to karaoke. That's what happened to my playthrough. I don't know what it sounds like when you do a good job. Disco Elysium is an amazingly cool game. You awaken in a destroyed hotel room as Harry Dubois, apparently a cop, with the objective of solving a murder. Harry Dubois is a bit of a drinker, which is how you wake up in a hotel room with no memory of the interceding 5 days that you were supposed to be solving a murder. It's also like a throwback to an older era of role-playing games, a better era of role-playing games. A lot of really interesting politics going on and characters and very funny dialogue. It's honestly, it's a work of art. I don't think I've played anything this good since like Fallout 1 or 2. Let's put it that way.
That's a huge endorsement.
Yeah, that's a huge endorsement. I'm very into this game. Here we go. Disco Elysium. I got 3 drinks from Disco Elysium. 3, count them, 3. 1 is the Spirit Bomb. 2 is the Tequila Sunset. And 3 is the Sunrise Parabellum. Let's start with the Spirit Bomb. This is a thing straight out of the game. No adjusting here at all. I hesitate to tell you much more about it. Like, you either know or you don't. I don't want to make it a spoiler. Maybe by explaining it that much, I've made it a spoiler. I don't know. I'm going to shake a component of this drink. We're going to start with a little lime. I'm going to put 1 ounce of lime into my shaker. Okay. We're going to do half an ounce of blue Curaçao. And we're going to do half an ounce of simple syrup. This is a very simple drink. It's more presentational than anything else. What kind of cop do you think you'd be, Meredith? A super cop or an art cop or a feminist cop?
What's an art cop?
It's a great question.
What type of feminism are we talking?
It's inexplicable.
Oh, inexplicable feminism.
Yeah, he doesn't know why he has an inexplicable feminist agenda in certain playthroughs. He just does. He wakes up, he realizes, I have an inexplicable feminist agenda.
I think I'd play that through because I'm just curious about it.
I'm going to do I'm going to do a half an ounce of Italicus as well.
Oh, fun.
This is a bergamot liqueur, which is like a Earl Grey. People always ask me, what is that? Why don't you use that? Well, I do use it once in a while. I like it, but it doesn't come up that often. Okay, now, this is basically a mildly alcoholic lemon lime soda with a twist. That's what we've got in there, like the makings of that. So this is ready to go. I'm going to shake this with ice. Shake it. Now I want to take my drink mate, the thing that will carbonate anything, my favorite carbonator. I'm going to strain this drink into here. Now I want to carbonate this. When the valve releases, it's time to kind of shake it up. Let that sit for a minute, stew in its gases, and we're going to carbonate it again and again. I want this super high carbonation, which is going to be tricky because there's some lime pulp in there, right? But we did double strain, so we probably have minimized that to some degree. In a perfect world, I would have used clarified lime juice, but this world is not perfect. This is the world of Revachol. Carbonate it again. One of the things I've been known to do with this is turn it upside down to plug up its release valve to force it to hold its pressure. That's illegal, but I do it anyway.
Ooh, that looks pretty fizzy.
Love the drink, mate. Super high pressure in there right now. Kind of dangerous. Now, get yourself a shot glass. Fill it up with Everclear.
Ooh.
I know. Open up your drink, mate. Enjoy the warm aroma of pure ethanol. Pour this straight in. Looks awesome on camera. And drop in your bomb, and that's the spear foam. That's what I wanted to do, fizz over kind of when I dropped it in. Nailed it. Then, take off your hideous tie. Maybe just put the hideous tie alongside it or something. There you go, that's your Spirit Bomb! In the game, this drink is blue in color, and I won't say more about it because it might be a spoiler. It's fizzing like crazy, it's awesome looking. Let's try my Spirit Bomb. Delicious. High proof and delicious, as it should be. Very easy to drink, goes off with a bang. Whew!
Yeah. I bet.
Not really, though. I mean, I just got like a punch of it. Like, the thing is that was 1 ounce of Everclear. It's like the equivalent of 2 ounces of vodka. I don't know, it's fine. It's just sort of like having a orange lemon lime soda, like an Orange Crush or maybe even a Sprite that's been boozed up. And that's all this drink really needed to be. It didn't need to be more than that. You want to try a Spirit Bomb there?
Sure do. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's dangerous. Beachy. I don't know why. Beachy.
Sure, beachy. That helps because Revachol is a seaside community, so
Okay.
we've nailed it then. It's not Revachol. I'm sure that's the whole country. I can't remember the name of the actual town you're in now, which is annoying, but it's okay, guys. Let me go. Let it go. All right, well, now that I've made a Spirit Bomb, a drink we've both categorized as actually dangerous, and yes, dangerous, I'm going to get right on to the Tequila Sunset right after this.
Well, if I got a box of wine for you, it's right here. I don't know if you know me or not, but I'm Greg the Texas Oil Man, and I just love me some wine. Yeah! Now, this wine comes from Bright Cellars, and Bright Cellars will pick out the wines for you using their fancy-dancy city boy wine computer. You just answer them 7 little questions and they'll pair you up with some of the greatest wines in the country. Red ones, white ones, and the ones in between. Now the wines come with a card that tells you all about what kind of wine you're gonna be drinking. Why, look at these cards. We got ourselves Apostate, a Cabernet Franc from 2021. Meyer Lemon Lime Green Apple Green Pear with a 12.7% alcohol by volume. Yeah! One of my favorite things about this here box of wine that comes in the mail every month is that I don't have to go out and shop for it, which I don't have time to do on account of my digging for oil. Why don't we get into drinking some wine? Gluggity glug, I missed it a little bit there. Just a wee oil spill, nobody minds. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah, that's a fine wine. I want to issue a great big hearty thank you to Bright Cellars for giving my followers this here limited time offer of $50 for their first 4-bottle box. Click the link in the description and get started. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
All right, so I'm going to make a Tequila Sunset, and honestly, this drink already exists. It's a real drink. It shows up in the game. There is, of course, a Tequila Sunrise, which uses grenadine. The Tequila Sunset is almost identical, except it uses blackberry brandy, and there's really no reason for me to go off book here. I'm just going to make that drink. Then we will make the Sunrise Parabellum, an original cocktail that I am outrageously proud of. So a Tequila Sunset, starting with 2 ounces of tequila and then 4 ounces of orange juice. Do we have any cheaper tequila? This is a Fonse tequila, like some Cuervo. Even good tequila that isn't Fortaleza would be fine. All right, into my small tin. 2 ounces of a Blanco tequila. I'm using Don Julio. If the part with the Fortaleza makes it into the edit, I only got 4 ounces of that stuff left. It's coveted tequila. 4 ounces of orange juice. This is just store-bought orange juice that I put into a glass bottle because it looks good on camera. Okay, let's shake her up. I may double strain this one because now that I've shaken it, which I don't always recommend, it's like frothy and I kind of want to like kill that froth, tamp it down. Nah, that looks fine. Now I'm going to take the bar spoon, bottle of cheap blackberry brandy, as would be a brut, and I'm going to pour this down so that it will sink to the bottom of the drink and form like an ombre. It's kind of a gradation in color, right? I'm feeling a little bit extravagant, so I'm going to garnish that with a wedge of orange and maybe even a sprig of mint because I have some nice mint here. And yes, that is a very advanced Tequila Sunset. Totally over the top. But it looks great, so who cares? Throwing a straw in there. These are actually disposable straws. They're made of bamboo fiber. I'm trying them out. I don't know. I kind of like them. And there we have our Tequila Sunset. Let's try it out. Never had one of these. It's for somebody. Glad I used the cheaper tequila. Well, look, that's the drink. It is what it is. It's not for me. It has a kind of, kind of a wet cardboard vibe. It's a 70s style drink. You know, it really, as Meredith pointed out to me, this is a terrible tequila orange juice drink like you'd find in the disco 70s. It makes a lot of sense here in Disco Elysium. It's the kind of drink Harry Dubois would probably reach for, and does. It needs more acidity. I think that if we just increase the acidity on this drink a little bit, I'm gonna try and add about a half an ounce of lime juice to it, which is gonna probably break up my ombre. It's not a good drink. It's a boring drink. It wakes it way up. It was kind of a flat, wet cardboard drink before. It had no brightness, no bite, no citrus, despite there being orange juice in it. Orange juice isn't really that tart. You know, this would be great with grapefruit juice. It is drank and mentioned in the game, so I figured I would make it. I didn't think that I would need to fix it. I figured it already kind of worked. There it is, the Tequila Sunset. I think it's interesting that there's two versions of it, a Tequila Sunrise and a Tequila Sunset.
They look the same.
That's the idea, yeah. The difference is that one uses grenadine, which is not alcohol, and the other one uses blackberry brandy, which is alcohol. And I think that part of the problem here is the blackberry brandy. I think there's a reason why the Tequila Sunrise is the more popular version of this drink. Blackberry brandy really adds nothing to here. It's got no snap. Blech. It's just not good. Even fresh blackberries would be better. I mean, that'd be great. Muddled blackberries. We're out of blackberries, so I'd try that. It's better with the lime juice. The lime juice makes it much better because the acidity of it brings to the fore the flavor profile of the tequila. It brings to the fore actually the blackberry brandy. Now I'm getting that blackberry flavor, the sweetness of the berries. It doesn't need any more sweetness, it's sweet enough. The lime juice helps it a lot. It's really the main gripe about this drink as it is made is that it's not acidic enough. It needed more acidity. So add 3/4 ounce of lime juice to it, it'll be a lot better. All right, right after this, I'm gonna move on to a drink that I created from a line of dialogue in the game, the Sunrise Parabellum. Let's make a Sunrise Parabellum. It's a line of dialogue from near the end of the game. I don't really want to give you the context in which it happens. It is a expression that Kim Kitsuragi explains means prepare for war. Wake up, Parabellum. Parabellum being a 9mm round. Sunrise, Parabellum. Get up and fight. So let's make that drink, right? So I wanted something that would get you up. So it's got to have some coffee in it. And I want to accentuate that coffee. And I'm on this kick right now where coffee, orange, and chartreuse really go well together. So that's like my magic triptych for coffee stuff right now. In addition to that, I wanted it to have kind of like a smoky thing in it that would proof it up and makes it feel like gunpowder smoke, gun smoke. So that's how I came up with this Sunrise Parabellum. Oh, and absinthe. All right, let's make this Sunrise Parabellum. So the first thing I need is my mixing glass. I'm gonna try this brand new one I got. This is a paddle mixing glass from Cocktail Kingdom, and it's really, really pretty. I really like the way it looks. The first ingredient is half an ounce of simple syrup, 3/4 ounce now of orange liqueur. I like to use dry Curaçao. There you go. Half an ounce of chartreuse. People always ask me, do you mean green or yellow? I would specify yellow if I meant yellow. Chartreuse is chartreuse. Green chartreuse is just chartreuse. Yellow chartreuse is yellow chartreuse. 1.5 ounces of our Mr. Black. That's your coffee. Now for a little secret ingredient. This is also, by the way, very excessive, very extra. 12-year Islay single malt scotch from Bunnahabhain. I think by this point in the game, you deserve the good stuff. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Bunnahabhain, probably it's just Bunnahabhain. I think it's Bunnahabhain. Half an ounce of this. Let's crack some ice and stir it up. It's ready to pour. I wasn't really sure which glass I was going to serve it in. I think we're going to go with the double old-fashioned though. I like an absinthe rinse in this drink, and you could rinse it or you could use an atomizer like this and just spritz it in. Whoa, it's a powerful atomizer.
That's awesome. That looked really cool.
Ooh, it's a lovely smell. And away we pour. Presents a little bit like a Sazerac. And I strongly encourage you to garnish this with a flamed orange peel.
Ooh. Oh.
Get the rest of it out. And I'm just going to leave it in there. And there it is, the Sunrise Parabellum. are few drinks I love this much. Oh man, I forgot how good this was. It is a quick shot of smoke and salt and iodine, and then just this sweet magic coffee that's married with a delicious orange thing and this herbal spicy peppery note that kind of lingers up above it. Oh man, honestly one of my favorite drinks I've ever made for the show. I love what the absinthe is doing in that coffee. Might not be for everybody. I love it. The chartreuse plus the coffee. I mean, coffee. I found out so much about coffee recently because we did this episode with a Pousse Cafe in it. I never had such a thing before. But it allows you to sample coffee with a bunch of different liqueurs as you go. One of which was chartreuse. Coffee and chartreuse are like pure magic together. You don't need a lot of chartreuse. Something happens with the tangy kind of nutty acidity of coffee when you lengthen it with a little chartreuse. You get this third flavor, this new flavor. It's magic. It is a truly wonderful thing. Maybe I'm crazy, but for me, it's all the flavors. It is spicy in a black pepper kind of way. It is smoky, salty, a little iodine-y, very hinty, very just on the edges. You've got that licorice note, you've got the coffee, and they all come through almost in a perfect cadence. You know, it's not like it's all at once. It's ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. The coffee gives way to like a chocolatey, a sweet chocolatey, like a Terry's orange ball. You know, you get that orange chocolate coffee flavor all together. And that's really kind of where it finishes. Now, is this the kind of thing that an officer is going to make up in the trenches? Oh God, no. No. This is a very complicated, elevated version of whatever they may have drank as a little liquid courage before they're going up and over. But hot damn, is this a drink that I can really get behind. I would love to hear about some people making this one out there. The stuff that you need to make a Sunrise Parabellum, you will find at Curiata, drink.curiata.com. In the pin comp below or up here on the left. Check them out. They will send it straight to your house. Oh, come and try it.
This sounds very up my alley. That's good. You can sit with that one for a while.
Yeah, it's a real sipper, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Now for a true confession. I have yet to finish my first playthrough of Disco Elysium, but what I've gotten to so far, I am in love with. I did have to kind of spoil some things for myself in order to make this episode. But it had to be done. It had to be done. I didn't know when my first playthrough would be done, but I didn't want to rush it for the sake of this episode, so had to spoil a few things. It's okay. It's okay. It'll still be enjoyable, I promise. I don't know how to get to those things. It doesn't matter. My playthrough will still be my own playthrough. Disco Elysium, one of the best role-playing games I have ever played. This is How to Drink. I hope you enjoyed the drinks that I made today. I'm on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and Patreon, but also now there is a brand new podcast out called Midnight Local that stars Meredith and myself talking about movies, pop culture, all the stuff that's adjacent to that, going off on tangents while eating Funyuns. And you know what I like is a jalapeno popper. You ever have one of those?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
From the Midwest. If it has cream cheese, I've eaten it.
Cream cheese?
Jalapeno popper. It's like jalapeno, cream cheese, fried up.
They're cheddar out here.
That's wrong.
Yeah, they're cheddar out here on the East Coast.
We can fight about that later.
We just found out some serious shit here. I don't know. We're going to have to cut and deal with that. But yeah, that's what the podcast is about. I hope you will come on and check it out. It's at youtube.com/midnightlocal or at midnightlocal.com, or you can find it wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, this has been How to Drink. I've been making this show for 1,000 years, since before you were born, in the dawn of time, before Sigourney Weaver. And there are 4 episodes appearing before your eyes. Meredith doesn't get that, but she thought it was funny anyway.
They're just like, poor Sigourney, what'd she do?
It's I'll explain later. It's an inside joke between me and some millennials who were watching Adult Swim once upon a time. Anyway, here are 4 episodes of How to Drink that are ready for you that maybe you missed. All right, I'll see you guys next time on another episode of How to Drink. God damn, I love this drink. Holy shit.